Welcome to Keep Playing, the podcast where we challenge you to stop playing for someone else's team and start building your own. We're here to bridge the gap between sports and business so you can lead, grow, and win. Game on. Welcome back to the Keep Playing podcast. Sonny Burt here, always with my main man, Lance Johnson. And today, special guest in the studio is going to hang out with us, Easton Burt, my son. Proud of him, a little hockey player, a little athlete himself. So super happy to have him today. And it's going to be a little bit offensive today.
Yeah.
I read that wrong.
Oh, I thought
We're going to go on.
I was ready to be offensive, man.
Offensive.
Okay.
We're going to talk about going on the offense, not offensive. So I read that a little bit wrong.
Yeah, I think you did.
But today we're going to talk about offense and really how you go out there and win a game and score some points to really move yourself, move your business. If you're on a sports team, moving yourself forward in a way and put some pressure out there and trying to move forward. And I always like to start talking about taking action. Mm-hmm. Because I think the most important thing about offense is taking action. You can have all the ideas in the world, all the best thoughts in the world, but that's exactly what they are. They're not going to move you forward. They're not going to move the ball down the field. The best play in the world doesn't work if you don't take action.
Exactly.
And I think about the tush push.
Yeah.
There's so much controversy over this tush push. And should it be legal? Should it not be legal? We're not here to talk about that, but it's an offensive move that scores points and moves the team forward. They won a Super Bowl last year. They run the tush push all the time. And I love the people that talk about, why don't they just run the tush push for 99 yards, right? It's kind of funny. But, you know, it all wraps into really how do you go out there and get on the offense, whether you're an athlete or whether you're a business owner in the business community. And so let's just start talking about, you know, taking action.
Yep.
And Lance, give me some ideas on things that you've taken action on, because I've known you a long time, and when I first met you, you weren't where you're at today. Yeah. So you've had to have taken action to get to there. So let's dive into that. Let's talk about some of those actions that you've taken.
Well, my first action, of course, is being consistent with all the shows. Of course, I give all the glory to God, and I just put down what I want to do. I write it down, and then from there, from that point, after I write down what it is I'm trying to do, the next thing I do is ask God to help me throughout this whole journey. Lead my steps, give me directions. And with that, it's just a matter of just executing the game plan that I put down in front of me. So like you said, you can spend all your time in the world trying to wish that you can move forward. But the first action comes with write down the plan, and make it plain. That's Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible. You write the vision and make it plain. From there, then at that point, it's about trying to be control the tempo. How do I want to go about setting up my business? One of the things I want to do to set up my business is start talking about my business to other people to see if I can get that support and see, is there something that I'm missing here with this plan? Start talking to people that may not agree with everything that you want to do. That way you can get the right feedback so that when you're ready to launch what it is that you have as far as your plan, you're able to execute that with efficiency and precision. So that's the first two things that I do first. Write down what it is I want to do, and then second from there, it's just a matter of figuring out how do I create the momentum. Start talking about it, start trying to get clients, start buying equipment, start training a different kind of way. All these things to create that one moment that turns into momentum. Because I believe that once you stack up all those moments, it's like first downs. It creates momentum. And then after a while, you can't be stopped.
And it's 100% true. And I'm on Facebook, I'm part of a dad's group. And yesterday I saw two separate posts talking about making money doing little side hustles and trying to provide more for your family. And how come some people make a bunch of money doing it and some people don't? And I made one simple response to that was, go take action.
Yep.
Like, quit talking about what you want to do, build that plan, like you're saying, and take action. Mm-hmm. And, you know, speed in your actions equals more money.
Yep.
But if you're sitting on your hands, sitting on ideas, and I loved what you talked about there, telling your friends, telling your family, and they're not all going to agree that you have a great idea, and that's absolutely fine. because it's that type of feedback that can help you grow and help you move further and kind of callous you. Because if they're being a little bit naysayers, imagine what the rest of the world's going to be.
Exactly.
And that's a whole other ball of wax. And I tell a lot of people that I coach that if you can't tell your friends and family about it, how are you going to gain momentum and go on the offensive to go out in the world and talk to strangers about it? That's the action.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to do. People aren't just going to come, oh, can I buy a bag of laundry? You know, they don't do that. No. You have to go meet people. You have to go engage in your community and build that. And, you know, I want to have a whole episode about this one day about, you know, giving, right?
But that's how you started. That's how you started.
We just give so much. And, you know, by giving, you meet people and you let people know what you're truly all about. And the more you give, it's amazing how much comes back, right? Without even asking for it.
Right.
But, you know, just having that giving mentality. And so that's another action.
Right.
Go give.
Right.
Volunteer. There's so many organizations out there that need volunteers that would love for you to help. And that's an amazing way to get out in your community and really grow and take that action and go be offensive.
Well, that's how I got started. It's literally, I got started because my son was playing football and I started coaching, helping out, volunteering with the football team. And a guy that I learned a lot from his name is Coach David Woods. He ran the Gilbert Storm, and he allowed me to work with the team doing warm-ups. And I had no prior experience doing warm-ups, so I studied and I learned what does a professional football team do for a warm-up. And I literally had our team looking like a college or a high school or a professional football team with our 10-minute warm-ups, literally to intimidate the other team. We was precise. We looked like an army. The drills were tight. All of them. It got the team to the point where the team felt like they were unifying because the drills were so tight, and literally they knew that they was prepared to go out there and work together to win the game. And from there, I started offering, okay, let me train you for 30 minutes. Let me train you for 45 minutes. Let me bring in the group. And once people see what you're doing, then after that goes back to what you were just saying, giving. Once you start giving that little bit of time and people see that you're serious about this, and when you was just talking about family, after you talk to family, you're going to get rejected. The family's going to reject you. Friends are going to reject you. They're going to turn you down. You got to have the skin, tight, tough skin to be able to let that bounce off of you.
The resilience.
And the resilience. Keep going, because the people that you think that's in your corner are not in your corner. They're going to try to pretty much make sure that you are who you say you are. And after a while, you got to realize, hey, you were with me here. You might not be ready to go with me on this next level. But in the meantime, I'm going to take whatever feedback I can get from you and use that to make sure that I can keep attracting the right clients that I need to attract and cut the waste out. Because maybe you're telling me something that I didn't see in my blind spot that I need to be able to see that's going to attract another client. So I'm all about what you just said. Being able to expose yourself to friends and family. Being able to give a little bit of what you're doing. That's how you create that momentum going, taking that one moment at a time. And then once you do that, don't back down. Keep going. You're going to be rejected. You're going to be talked about. You're going to be ridiculed. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to always belittle you. They're going to always, like almost the story of David. I hate to go, but you know I like to go back to the Bible. Story of David. Before he fought Goliath, he was getting ridiculed by his own brother, telling him, shouldn't you be at home taking care of the sheep, when he's about to, unleash the power of God with a slingshot and a fury of God with a rock, but his brother couldn't see the greatness that was in him. And a lot of times, that's what happens when you're in business. People can't see the greatness of you. It's the people that's closest to you that they can't see you because they remember you before you decided to be this person. So you got to keep going and come out of that shell almost like a caterpillar getting out of a cocoon and turning into a butterfly. Just fly.
It's amazing, right? I mean, I'm so pumped up right now talking about this 'cause I just love this topic because in the sports world, right? And just thinking about this, from a football player standpoint, I was a running back,
Right.
and not every play that I made gained a yard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got back to the line of scrimmage. Sometimes I lost yardage. But it's just like the game of business. Like it is just the exact same way the business goes. One day I make 2 strides forward and I gain a couple of yards. The next day, no gain. The next day I gain a couple more. The next day I lose 4. But I'm not back at the beginning.
Yep.
And that's what's hard to really get through your head, that you've made some strides forward and you may have come back to where you thought the beginning was.
Right.
But it's not.
No.
And it's all mentality at that point. It's getting out of your own head and realizing that those 4 yards I gained in my business over the last 3, 4, 5 days got shot down in one day.
Yep.
And now I got to start over. No, you're not starting over. The wisdom, the knowledge, everything that you gained
Beautiful.
over those 4, 5 days,
Beautiful.
you're way ahead.
Yes, sir.
You're way ahead
bring it home.
of where you were at.
Yes, sir.
So now you've made some changes. You've improved your customer service. You've improved your product. Whatever it was that you learned and set you back that one day, now you're ready to start the next week. So the next week, because you made some changes, now you've gained 6 yards. And now how much further ahead?
Exactly.
right?
You can move faster because now you're more experienced on how to move, and you know how to move with the adversity at the same time. That's why I said that's a beautiful way of bringing it home, because exactly, you don't start over. Now you have the experience that helped you gain momentum that you didn't have at first, and that's how this thing go. If you look at everything like it's football or like it's baseball, not basketball, so because basketball they shoot buckets and they go back and forth. But football, it's all about getting that 1 yard. Al Pacino said it best in Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday,
You just fight for that 1 yard. You claw, you scrape, you try to get that 1 yard, and you keep building up 1 yard after a time. And then next thing you know, before you know it, you got a first down. And after that first down, you keep stacking those first downs to the point where you get a touchdown. And then you celebrate, but you go back on defense so that you can go back and do it again. So that's what you say. It's all about making that momentum. Keep striving forward. Don't let anybody pull you back, and don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah, and so you bring in defense, right? Because defense is a part of any sport, any business, right? There are those days where you get put back a little bit, and you got to go on the defensive. But you want to get a 3 and out.
Yep.
You want to stop the ball.
Yep.
You want to get back to the batter's box.
Right.
Do it as quickly as possible. And there's so many people out there that they try and push it under the carpet, or, the bad news, I'll just put it away. It doesn't go away. And the sooner that you can attack that, get the ball back and go back on the offensive, the faster you're going to see movement, the faster you're going to see returns. And it's all mental.
That's when you're getting your feelings. If you can't take the feedback, or you can't take the bad days, then yeah, that's going to stop you. But nothing beats a failure but a try. Keep trying again. Keep going again. Keep moving.
And I'd be sitting here lying to you if I didn't tell you that there's days that this happens, and I'm like, I'll get to it in a week. I'll get to it in 2 weeks. It's not that big of a deal. That customer can wait. But guess what it does? It just slows the momentum. And, I get back and I look at it 2 months later, and it's like, man, if I would have just taken care of that in the hour, 2 hours, 2 days, whatever I was dealing with, I would have been so much further ahead to scoring a touchdown, hitting a home run, scoring that winning basketball shot. Whatever it would have been that I'm trying to reach, instead of trying to hide it, cover it up, just attack it. And I am guilty of it. I still do it to this day. We're not perfect. We're humans. And you just got to recover and know that it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's life. Life is going to come with strikes and balls. Going to baseball, it's going to come with strikes and balls. You can swing at a strike. You might hit that strike and you might score. Or you can sit there and take balls and get on base however the case, you want to get on base any kind of way possible. And if you sit there and you get mad about the things that didn't work out, then like you said, you're going to be stuck, and then you're going to delay in the advancement of what it is you're trying to do. So you just, like our show is called Keep Playing, you got to keep going. You got to keep, if you missed that bucket, you got to keep shooting. If you didn't score this time, be persistent and keep running the ball. Keep doing the things that you know that's going to bring you success. Make some adjustments if you know that the way that I'm executing this particular play might not be successful. I might need to make a few adjustments, but I'm still going to be committed to the run, or I'm going to be committed to the pass, or I'm going to be committed to my game plan. Stick with your game plan, because that game plan is what you believe in, and as long as you believe in what you're doing, there's nothing really can stop you.
Yeah, I think back, and it was Vince Lombardi, the old Packers coach, and I think he was asked one time, why do you run the 32 dive over and over and over and over? And he said, because it works.
Exactly.
They can't stop it.
Right.
Right? And when you find that, the momentum moves quicker.
Right.
But you have to find that.
Yeah.
And you have to be, like you say, committed to finding that.
Yeah.
And it's going to come, and you're going to find it.
Yeah. But
eventually, they're going to learn how to defend it, and you have to change your plan. And you have to realize that that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people get to that point where they run a 32 dive, 32 dive, 32 dive, over and over and over and over. Then they get stopped, and the whole thing shuts down.
Yeah, you got to have a little versatility to your game. You got to be able to, or flexibility. You got to be able to maneuver. Like, for instance, when I'm training somebody, I write up a plan. I stay up all night putting together something. Ignore my household. I'm just into my zone writing. Ready for the training. I'm more pumped up to train than the client that's there. The client comes in and says, my knee hurt, I fell last night, my arm hurt, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. And I'm looking at my game plan and I'm like, now I got to figure out a way to pivot, because I can't just tell you to go home. And I think that that's in life. Not only do you write up plan A, but you write up plan B in case plan A can't go, and plan C and plan D, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So don't just always think that this one way is the only way. There's always different ways to go about where you want to go. It's almost like the expressway when we're looking right now, all the construction. It's driving everybody crazy, but the purpose of what they're doing is trying to create more flow for traffic so that at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you're not spending an hour and a half on the 202. Well, that's the same way it should be in your business. You should find ways to create more lanes. You should be trying to let your flow be more of a flow opposed to small steps. You start off with the steps, you start crawling, you start stepping, you start running, but after a while, you just start turning into a lightning bolt. Your stuff that you do is just automatic. It's a flow. Sometimes my best training sessions are the ones that I don't have planned out because of the experience of constantly training, that I can say, okay, go here, go do this, pick this up. And when I get in that zone, oh man, it's that feeling, the butterflies, the nervousness, the goosebumps, they kick in as though as if you're playing a real game. And that's because I learned how to create my own offense every day.
Yeah, and I can relate to your planning. I'm sitting here just in pain, and I'm not even sure this was part of his plan yesterday. But what'd you call it? The big boy workout?
Yeah, big boy workout. You're a big boy.
So, I mean, I'd never bench press with chains attached to the
end of it.
And, now it's like, I can't even lift my arm over my shoulder.
Big boy workout.
Big boy workout. So maybe I'll go for the medium boy workout.
Nah, you're a big boy. We gotta work. Yeah, that's like me trying to train him to be in a marching band and he's a hockey player. No, that doesn't work. Here, take this and just do like this. He get on the ice and get smashed if I did that. So, but yeah, it's a matter of just being able to pivot and then being confident in who you are because you put in the work. Just like you said, like right now, everybody's in awe on your work ethic. It should be another book, because you don't stop. And you don't just stay in one lane. You know how to open up multiple lanes in case this one lane doesn't, it doesn't flow. It has a little traffic. And to me, I think that's wonderful. I brag about you all the time about Sonny starts a business, goes pivots off to another business. He does this. He's nonstop. He's always with Easton at a hockey match, and his wife loves him. I don't know how he's able to carry all these hats and be great at all three things, but that's probably because you know how to create your own offense every day, game planning, and then it becomes automatic for you to be who you are right now.
All right, well, I'm going to give you my little secret because I love the traffic. I love the flow. Sometimes you just got to get out of your own way.
Awesome.
And have a team to help you.
All day.
And that's what I try and do.
Yeah.
Is build those teams to help not just me, but help them reach some of their goals, whether it's monetary, whatever their goals. Most of them are monetary, right? Well, we need more money. I need to make more money, whatever that might be. But trying to create a pathway for them to be successful and create that pathway, open the flow.
Yep.
Go from a 2-lane highway to a 4-lane highway. And, let my little secret out of the bag. That's my secret.
Yeah.
Get out of your own way.
But that's the key to everything. The group that we're in, the number one core value is givers gain. So because of that, the numbers that we hit this year was we exceeded our goal. So with that being said, it's like you said, as long as you can get out your head, get out of your feelings, and realize I can do this. And in your case, like you said, you have a team. In case you don't have a team, that's why you always hear me talking about God. God is my team. Yeah. I've been rejected. I've been ridiculed. I've been told what I should be, stay in a certain box. I've been told that this can't happen, and all I do is sit back and I remember what God tell me I can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthens me. And I use that as my gasoline. As soon as I put that scripture in my head, it's gasoline. Now again, I don't walk around here perfect. I'm human. I have the same flaws and temptations and things that everybody else do. But the thing is, the difference between my secret, like you just said, my secret is God. And when all else fails, when I can't get the support from my wife or my family members or even the people that I think that should be next to me, I go to him and I go back at it and I go in the game. And then what happens is the same people that I was looking for support become cheerleaders. They become people that say, we know what we didn't support you and you still did it anyway. Kudos. Now, what you going to do next? Let me try to stop you before you keep going. And that's when you just got to keep going, one after the other.
You just got to push right through it.
Yes, sir.
It's like an offensive or a defensive line as a running back.
Yep.
You just had to figure out how to get through
exactly.
it. And, the offensive line were there to help, and they opened holes, but, they weren't open long.
Yep.
And you got to get through them and keep working on it. Yep. And that's just go on the offensive.
There you go.
Go if you're running an organization right now and you need more business, go find more business.
Yep.
Don't sit in your office and sulk.
Yep.
Get out there and go find it.
Yep.
Go network.
Yep.
Go meet new people. Mm-hmm. Find new clients. There's billions of people out there in this world that want your service. You need to let them know what your service
all
is.
Day. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about us, because just what you said, got to let people know about your service. I believe that if you find out that it's just hard for you just to get started, writing down what your plan is, then be around people who do the same thing that you want to do. Try to be the average of the people that's around you. You got 5 people that's successful around you, then you're going to be the average of whatever it is that they're doing. So I'm around trainers all day. The gym that I work at, I feel like I got the best trainers in the world that I learned from the Travises, the Dans, the Jasons, the James, the all the people, the Zachs, all those people. I learned from all those guys, Seths, all those guys. And they, like they say, iron sharpen iron. So the things that I thought that I didn't know how to do, I look at them, I learn it, and then I start implementing that. So if you're having a hard time writing down your plan, if you're having a hard time just getting started, start being around the people that you know that are already where you want to be, and then that's going to motivate you to get to where you need to be.
Yeah, and I think we'll wrap this up with this, because I think that led right into my final comment here as well, is get around the people that are already where you want to be.
Right.
And when you get around those people, they'll elevate you.
Yep.
And if it's your family, fine. If it's your friends, fine. If not, go find them people.
Yep.
And go on the offensive.
There you go.
Go on the offensive. Go score some touchdowns. Go hit a home run. Score that winning shot.
Yep.
Score that winning goal. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, they've already scored.
Yep.
And now they can help you.
Yep.
And it's just overcoming the mental ability to understand, to put your pride aside and just go ask.
Yep.
right? Because most people that are already at that level have that giver's mentality and they want to help. And that's about all I can say about that. This has been a very offensive show. And we'll wrap this one up. And as always, get out there, be giving, be kind, and keep playing. Thanks for tuning in to Keep Playing with Sonny Burt and Lance Johnson, the show where athletes turn sports into business success. If today's episode hit a home run, be sure to follow, rate, and review the show. Share it with a teammate and tag us on socials to keep the conversation going. And remember, the season might end, but the game never does.
Keep showing up, keep growing, and most of all, keep playing.